Hey folks, Lindsay Huddleston with Sports Psychology Solutions back in the building at the Breslin Center. Michigan State home opener versus Binghampton. Sad news for the Michigan State family and extended family. Zachary Winston, brother of Cassius Winston, tragically passed away early Saturday morning, Sunday morning that is. It's a tragedy for the Winston family. We are putting our prayers out for them. But here they're going to tip off the season against Binghampton. As we know, there was an exhibition game against Albion a few weeks ago. But here we are. So I want to keep you posted what's going on. Talk to you soon. Signing off. Sorry for your loss. Going back to next week, how do you get guys back on track with the emotional part, but still trying to prepare for the big games coming up?
There'll be a lot of talking. There'll be a lot of just spending time trying to read people. I mean, I told them you can play with a broken heart. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that. I also told them I'm going to try to coach you the same way, because the hardest part of life that I'm learning is it never stops. It just keeps going, and somebody dies and someone's born. I think I knew that all my life, but when it hits home a little differently, you really look at it in a different way. And so, what am I going to do? I'm going to coach him. But I promise you my staff's going to spend a lot of time with them and with Cash, because there'll be some lonely nights, and there'll be some questions, the whys that we all ask when things happen. I'm sure I'll be asked, and I just got to be there to support him, and I will be.
Yeah, I'm sure you got
You always look at it that you want to play for somebody and this and that, and these guys' hearts were broken. I mean, I've coached in a lot of games in my career, but this was by far my most difficult day. It really was. I got word shortly after midnight, and spent the next 4 or 5 hours at the hotel with Cash and his family, and he did come to the shoot around for a little bit. I did not know if he was going to play. I didn't even know how to handle it, if I was to be very blunt and honest with you, because all I told him is we'll support you either way, no matter what you do. I guess if I was to be honest, I expected him not to play, but everyone grieves a different way, and we left it 100% up to Cassius, with total support from every coach, every player, and every member of our athletic department. As many of you know, Cassius is his brothers are the world to him. I've never seen a kid over my years that was as close with his brothers, which, Zachary grew up around the team so much. He grew close to all the guys. And so what happened is, they are trying to be strong for Cassius, but they're all friends with Zachary too. He spent a lot of the summer here. I mean, he's just kind of like a member of our team. He's just not. But for Cash, there's a bond there. We all could say that our brothers and sisters are important, our parents are important. But if you saw those three guys, it was a bond that was closer than close. And you know, when you're a coach, you're trained kind of to see a problem and then try to fix it. And that's what we do. We see problems and we try to fix them. But you know, in this case, there was nothing that we could say or do that will make anything any better. So all we did was tell Cassius that we're going to support him. We told his mom and dad, told his brother Kai, that we're going to support him. And it's going to get a little tougher. Sometimes, as I've learned from people I talked to today, you know, you can sometimes get an adrenaline rush. And whatever his was, because he was spectacular. The assist, you know, he made in that first half, I caught myself saying, wow. And so the support we gave him and his family has been special, and I think he appreciated it. As far as the game goes, we got off to a great start. Mostly him getting people the ball. I thought our 5 starters looked really connected tonight. Seemed like the ball was moving better, we were getting around things better. We're pretty good defensively. They did hit some threes after the first 5 minutes, and then they started offensive rebounding a little bit. We had a little letdown when we got up 27 or 5 or whatever it was. And I was surprised. I mean, I didn't think this was Kentucky, but I think this is a better team than they played. I don't know if they didn't play well tonight. You know, it's hard for them too. You know, those coaches before the game, talking about class people, they all came down and said how bad they felt, as you know, they all wanted to say something to Cassius. That's a pretty class group. And speaking of that, I got texts from every coach, players and everything all over the country today. And so we didn't shoot it great. We did early, but then we took some bad threes. We rebounded it pretty well, and plus 15. And I thought the stat of the day for an Izzo coach team is 4 turnovers is un-American. You know, I guess that's a new standard to try to live by, but those 4 turnovers made a difference because we wanted to get in the high 60 shots up. We got 74 shots up. And that's the difference in turning over 16 times against Kentucky and 4 tonight. So if there's questions, I'd be more than happy to take them. I thought we got a lot of ball out of a lot of players, but you know, we'll see what happens from here on.
Everybody, just knowing that we lost tonight, that was so close and near and dear to us, was kind of hard to swallow. And kind of hard to keep moving forward from. I think we did a good job today of just being there. Every time we left the huddle, it was always about family and always about being together, and that kind of just helped us get through today.
Yeah, just like what X said, you know, it's been really hard the last 24 hours. Just always being there with Cassius. It's been our main focus point. He's our brother. Zach's our brother. He's so close to us each and every way. So. Just always having their back and their family's back.
Kyle, over here, I saw during the moment of silence you had your arm around Cash, and you guys have been around each other for a while now. Was that kind of your guys' whole?
I just, you know, he started breaking down a little bit, and he needs to know that he's not alone. We're there for him each and every way. He's our brother. He's family. It's pretty much what that was.
For both of you guys, could you describe Zach? What sticks out in your head?
If I would describe him, I would say he was one of the kindest, most up-hearted person I've ever met. As far as he was just always happy, always smiling, always made you feel good when you were around him. He was not a selfish guy. He didn't talk about his problems a lot at all. He just focused on everybody else, make sure everybody else is good, selfless, and a great human being.
he just always had a smile on his face around us. He always put smiles on our faces. He always knew how to make us feel good, and always asking us how we were doing and everything.